Welcome to Tier Fun. I'm Andrew, your guide through Modern, and today we're going to be hitting up the two-man queues with a deck I've been thinking about ever since Nimble Obstructionist was printed, and I've called it Blue-Red Ponza. I've called it since now I've got Search for Escanta in there. The Search for Stifle in Modern, but this is 100% a Tier Fun brew. I've been wanting, like, Stifle is one of my favorite cards in Magic and in Legacy, and I've kind of just been wanting to test and see how good Trickbind, Squelch, Nimble Obstructionist, how good these guys are at controlling mana bases, or really just interacting with the opponent on a different axis. This deck, as it's currently constructed, I think has a very low burn win percentage. It's going to be very hard to beat burn. But the trade-off is that these cards are all very good against Tron or anyone trying to go late. And we have a couple of goodies here for people who think they're going to try to win a late game against us. So basically the goal here is to interact, do something on turn 1 and 2. Do something on turn 2, ideally. Be it jam Search for Escanta to set up the late game. Be it hold up Trickbind and Squelch so that we can get their first fetch and then slam a Blood Moon. So not only are they land behind, they're also color screwed. And from there, hopefully that prolongs the game enough to where these two cards can start winning it for us, or Snapcaster value, or Pia and Kieran value. I was back and forth on putting Jace in the main deck. You probably want him. I just got Pia and Kieran because I'm just not sure how good this is going to be at holding off early aggression. Bolt, Electrolyze, Snapcaster, Logic Knot, whatever. So I shaded towards a bit more defensive card in Pia and Kieran rather than just card advantage card. It's also a threat in its own right, and it can end games if left unobstructed. So yeah, the goal here is develop your mana base early, interact if we have to, get their fetch lands with these cards, color screw them, and basically just make sure your opponent has like a really, really unfortunate time. And let's see if we can bring some joy to ourselves and less joy to the opponents here. Search for Escanta. Ooh, it's actually really good. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's unfortunate that we've got 2 Blood Moons, but I think this is just a good hand for what we're trying to do. Assuming, Blood Moon's good. If Blood Moon's bad against whatever our opponent wants to do, we're in a real rough spot. But yeah, Search for Escanta is actually pretty good at card selection and ramp for the end game. All right, looks like Blood Moon's going to be real bad, and we're probably just going to die this day. So yeah, aggressive strategies are not going to be all that good game 1. We'll see. I mean, if we draw a Bolt here, Bolt plus Snapcaster can really get us out of some situations. But yeah, I think this card's actually pretty good. I'd actually misread it the first time. I thought it was just Desolate Lighthouse without the red. But it's just straight up put it on creature card into your hand from the top 4, which is just real good. I don't even know if this deck wants Search for Escanta. I'm kind of just testing it out with my Ponza-ish strategy. Thankfully, we do have a sideboard for these matchups. I think creature-based aggro. Yeah, this is about to be insano. Creature-based aggro is actually going to be pretty good for us post-board. But pre-board, if we don't have a Bolt in hand, is going to get ugly. So we really need to draw this Lightning Bolt. Electrolyze is still good. It's not great. So we get to get some card selection here. We're binning anything that isn't a Bolt. Yep, we'll bin that. There's the Bolt. All right, Search for Escanta already doing work. So now we're in it. We're not square in it, but we're in it. We were very much out of it, but we're in it now. So they're probably just going to level this up. Yeah. Which means Lightning Bolt's going to be great. Assuming they don't have Brave the Elements, which would be just a blowout of the highest proportions. So we're actually, it could have been a lot worse. If we didn't get that bolt, I think we're just losing this game. We did get the bolt, and now things are looking all right. Here I'm just looking for a way to, I do not want to put Lightning Bolt in the graveyard. That's awesome. So now we get to actually bolt here, and we can Snapcaster Opt if we want, or we can just sit on Snapcaster. I think Snapcaster Bolt is too good in this matchup. Yeah, we're sitting pretty. And they spent their turn leveling up last turn, so that bolt did a good job. So now we're in a position where if we pull a Keranos can actually close this game. So yeah, like, there's hands where these mono-colored decks, the Blood Moon's not going to be very good. We're going to hold off Snapcaster Bolt. But Lightning Bolt's still a very good card in Modern. And we're a pretty good deck. Ooh. No. We're going to keep that. And we'll hold it up. We're a good deck to leverage that. We haven't drawn any of our Stifle effects. And they wouldn't have been all that good so far. We could have stifled a Student of Warfare trigger whenever you activate its ability. That seems annoying for us to get rid of. But at the same time, we could just burn it. So I think we let this resolve. We're saving this for something very threatening. That's only mildly threatening. Outlast. So it is tap, okay. I was thinking if it wasn't a tap effect, that was actually pretty poor of us. There's no way they don't have something here. Resto Angel? I guess they could have lands, nothing but lands. Well, we're gonna bolt it, or attempt to. Okay, well, that worked. I don't know what we're looking for. Land is actually pretty good, but we don't necessarily need it. Let's bin this first one. Let's get a little greedy. Oh, well, or not. That's fine. I'm actually okay trading 2 for 1 here. They could have something. Binning that's probably correct. I did mean to bin it. I just clicked on no, like a smart person. But having lands is okay, and we definitely want to counter that. So now, because we have this land, we're in a position to not. We were in the position to bolt or opt if we drew into either one. So they need a lot more Honor the Pures. Ooh. I guess they were baiting us with that. But Honor the Pure is still a good get. Ooh. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. It's annoying for sure. But we got Snapcaster to get one of these. That actually is pretty big of a deal. Immortal Servitude was very good there. Very good indeed. All right, so all of our work is undone. We need something here. Sulphur Falls. This time we would very much like to. Oh, no. Okay. So, yeah, we're probably losing. No reason to run the Blood Moons out. It just screws us more than it screws the opponent, which is 0. It doesn't screw them at all. So they need to have lands for the next. They need to have lands in their hand. They need to have drawn a land. But even then, they can outlast. They can level up. Looks like that's what they're doing. So outlast, make a 1/1. We got sweepers on the board. Oh, we were so close. Immortal Servitude. Got us. At this point, I think they have too much value for us to handle. I think we even have to chump here. Well, I'll trade. I mean, I guess this is 2. So, say we chump 3, 4. Next turn, if we don't draw anything, it's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So we might as well. I mean, it doesn't really matter if we chump, but I suppose we will. We might not be able to next turn. It's not going to matter, though. We have to draw. Wow, they have a path? Or are they leveling up again? I don't think there's an out in our entire deck for this situation. Cryptic Command, Snapcaster, buy us time. When this game's over, I'm going to draw a few just to see if that Sulfur Falls punt really hurt us. So we should have had this, whatever card this is, we should have drew it last turn. Nope. I would like that very much. So we get to Cryptic tap and draw. So we bought a turn. From here we need to draw. I suppose we could Lightning Bolt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, that's Xaxes. Well, alright, so let's say we do Lightning Bolt. I guess they can do this at instant speed. So we can get rid of the Champion of the Parish or Student of Warfare. So boom, boom, block both. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So 6 is fine. When they go for 7, that's when we Snapcast. So Snapcaster Bolt gets rid of 1. We can block 1. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I suppose. I think Cryptic. It's buying us really the same amount of time, and Cryptic draws us a card. I suppose we could have unsummoned one of these guys, but I don't think that's doing much. So tap draw. Lightning Bolt would be a great draw. Logic Knot is not. Snapcaster made Trick Bind. Very much a bin. And we drew 1. So yep, that's the game. So here, cards that are good. Card that is good, card that is good, card that is good. Look at all these good cards. Jace is even pretty good. We might even want Negate, though that is the lowest on the totem pole. These are all quite bad. So already we just only need to make 2 more cuts. That's either hilarious or awesome. So say we bin the Negate. We don't have to bring Jason. Maybe that's just too slow. We definitely don't want any of those. If we keep Jace in, what do we take? Oh, Blood Moon's really bad too. So we can definitely get the Negate. Maybe we want a couple Squelches, just because one Squelch because it cycles. It's either Squelch or Dispel. I guess Dispel. They have Path, and that's the cleanest, the only answer they have to Locust God. All right, deck, cough up the goods. So yeah, we sideboard from a annoying troll deck into like a solid blue-red control deck. So we go from troll to control. We'll keep this. This is going to. That's going to fetch an island. I'm pretty sure I want to opt, at least for the turn 1. Since I know that's fetching an island, I probably should have played it first, but I don't think either one's getting a steam vents, so this is okay. We're just gonna fetch. We might fetch steam vents here. I mean, I don't think either. Ooh, yeah. We're definitely just gonna steam vents. We're gonna opt. Land is fine. We're definitely roasting that next turn. Well, we don't have to. We could, yeah, land's good. We could search for Escanta. At most, we take 3, roast the next turn. Nah, I think we roast. Because then that leaves up Electrolyze. Bingo, bongo. Goodbye, go. Alright, so we are already off to an insanely better start. Looking to draw Snapcaster Mage. Anger of the Gods. Please level that up. Too bad. Here. So the most, yeah. Alright, well, we have to Electrolyze because they could level it up out of the range of our current level of interaction. This is definitely getting an opt. It'd be great if they played a 1-drop and then leveled up. Oh, no. So, actually, no, I should have done it on the upkeep. No, they could have done it anyways. So yeah, I can't actually get it here. Because they can just activate in response. So, I think the play instead is to opt? No, the play is probably just to wait. Yeah, if I had thought about it, I should have played Search because I wasn't going to be able to get that student of warfare. Ooh, okay. Here we're just gonna opt, looking for a bolt. Or Snapcaster, or land's fine too. We can just unsummon it if they sink their next turn into it. Yeah, I think I'm okay actually just holding up Cryptic here. They can go from level 2 to level 6. I don't think that actually hurts us, so we'll let that resolve. We'll take another 3 here. We're gonna get the Spirit of the Labyrinth and the Dome for 1. Ooh, sure. Yeah. So we're definitely unsummoning the student eventually. We'd like to just roast it. If we could draw a roast or a Snapcaster, that'd be great. Interesting. Harm's Way. Well, we still get to draw because we split it up. Well, I guess it doesn't counter it either. Ooh, that's good too. Okay, so here we're just gonna, well, we could search and then bolt, taking 3. I think I like that. Alternatively, we could Electrolyze 1, and we just tap out for Electrolyze and bolt. I think I like that too. So they're at a 3/3, so let's board wipe them. We draw into a land. Search is kind of rotting here, but there's nothing really I could have sided out for. Yeah, just bolt. I should have waited for their turn, I suppose, because of the Spirit. Or I should have bolted. Nah, that's the only way I could have done it. So I missed out on drawing a card, but that's okay. Worse things have happened. Spirit really isn't that good against me. I typically draw one card on my turn and one card on your turn. Here, I'm going to shock, because that lets me play Search, and then I've got access to Nimble and Staticaster. And they might be able to prevent the damage in some way, shape, or form, but we're still at 3 and they only have 1 creature. And we've got Cryptic, and we'll be filtering our draws from here. So wait for them to attack. Cast the Staticaster. Attempt. I suppose we should block. Yeah, let's block. Worst case scenario, we lose our Staticaster. We do kind of want to conserve our life total at this point. Okay, sweet. So that was conservative, but I think it was good. It wasn't that conservative. Stifle your trigger. We can't. I would love to. I think it's probably better to stifle the draw anyways. Like that. That would have been a good stifle. So here, I think we are just going to flip it. It's another land, which is great. And it allows us to search for Anger of the Gods, etc. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, Jace. No, we'll draw that. And we will transform. 3, 4. We're just going to plus to protect our life total. Next turn, we'll be able to Jace looking for Anger of the Gods or Pyroclasm. And we'll be able to Jace and search. What is this? That's Kanta. Sunken Ruin. We'll be able to start accruing value. Opponent's going to need some good draws to get out of this, or good cards in hand. This card has been fun and been good also. I've been very happy with this. Blue-red kind of feels invigorated right now in Modern. So no reason to attack if you're the opponent. Alright, great. And we have a negate, so it's -2. We're just gonna take whatever pile we get 2 cards in. I don't think we even want Logic Knot, to be honest. So we're just gonna take the Snapcaster. Land is good though. Okay, so say we take the land Logic Knot. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have 3 mana up. Otherwise, we'll only have 2 mana up. I think Snapcaster is just too good. Doesn't matter, I guess. So here we're just gonna pass. Pass with all these goodies. Oh, my goodies. Kind of forgot how good it felt to play with Jace, Architect of Thought. Just so much value. Look at all this value we have here. Value. Snap block. I'll snap it off. Don't make me snap it off. I'll snap it off so hard. I'm going to snap it off. I'm going to block. Oh, come on. All right. So this is my first search for Azcanta. Activation. Boom. Anger of the Gods. Yep. Any order, please and thank you. So now we have an answer to if anything goes crazy. That's a phenomenal card. So because we drew that, It's reveal, right? Not draw. Okay, so we're gonna minus again, and we're gonna jam this Locust God. We're gonna jam it. We're gonna windmill slam it. This is a windmill slam sound effects. All right, this time I am taking the card with the land. Reason being, I have one Cryptic Command and a Snapcaster Mage. I think I just want the 2 for 1. And the land, really. This might very well garner a concession. We will see. I mean, if they have Path, it's a pretty clean answer to it. But opponent hasn't been doing much the last couple of turns. I can unfortunately not negate that. But Locust God's about to close the door. Locust God plus Anger of the Gods. Yeah, it's not even that bad. Yeah, we let that. I will certainly keep casting that. I suppose if they have a way to get rid of my graveyard. But even then, like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to get an island. Ooh, good island. Hey there, good island. Missed you. Missed you, buddy. So, plus here. It's kind of weird that the mono-white humans deck has Day of Judgment against me, right? Oh, I still need one more. Suppose we'll tap you. Like what were they? What did we show them game 1 that made them want Day of Judgment? Look at this, man. We have an embarrassment of riches. We just get to keep casting this in the face of their Day of Judgments. We get to negate anything that's scary. Do we even want to negate that? Like, I don't think so. We're just going to let it keep happening. Like, I'm more scared of Honor of the Pure than I am of Day of Judgment. Like, what is it? If I can't negate this, this might be unfortunate. Oh, but I can. I guess that's why they have Day of Judgment. Immortal Servitude. It's a bit of a combo. But I have all Ds. Unfortunately for opponent. So this is a concession, right? 5 cards in hand, do your 0. Planeswalker, search for Escanta. I'm getting back Locust God, which I might not even cast next turn. I don't think I can, actually, because Immortal Servitude, we don't have the 2 mana up for negate. Well, let's see. 4, 5, 6. We could Snapcaster back something. Well, I suppose Anger of the Gods just straight up answers it, yeah. So this gets an island. That's fine. I'm okay tapping like that. +1. I'm just going to cycle Nimble Obstructionist on their end step, just so we can get the game over with quickly. Well, I suppose casting it's better. Resolves. So they're probably... Okay, so now I'm definitely going to cycle. Since this is No Fun Monday for the opponent, they're going to try to crack this clue, and I'm going to be like, response. Response, sir? Gentlemen? I, in fact, have an answer to this clue cracking. So they don't get to draw a card. We get to draw a card. We get to create a 1/1. Yep. Just such a clean answer to cracking a clue. Like, I could go ham on the activated ability next turn, but I don't. There's no reason to. Yep. Land's good. We'll -2. If opponent is gonna let us keep. Oh, Karanos. If opponent's gonna let us keep playing, we're gonna have as much fun as possible. Well, yes, I'd like Karanos. Thank you for asking. Get an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Karanos. Keep up Cryptic Command. Attack in for 5, I suppose. They could have removal, but I have Cryptic Command. And if they don't, we have the Search for Azcanta plus Lightning Bolt. They have Plains. Interesting. Alright, I'm just going to put them out of their misery here. Of course, maybe they're having a whole lot of fun. I mean, I would be playing against this kind of shenanigans. Look at this. Look what we're doing in Modern. What do we get? Anything that draws a card. Another Search is actually pretty good, but we're just going to take the Opt. We don't want to run too far out of cards. Choose you. Draw a card. Look at this. Look at all these triggered abilities. Draw another card. Top. Oh. Draw another card. I suppose I just countered this little. Oh no, you can't counter your own ability. That would have been really hilarious if I accidentally countered it. Oh yeah, Nimble Obstructionist, I don't know if you know, but you can only counter abilities you don't control for some unknown reason. So we're going to swing in for 9, and then we're going to Snapcaster Bolt them. Because though I'm loving this, you don't have all day, and neither do I. Actually, we're going to Snapcaster Electrolyze, because that is the most value. This is a classic blue-red wins game. Oh, we even had a Karanos I didn't attack. Well, maybe I just activated it. Yep. So when you're playing against a deck, when you are blue-red and you're playing more of the controlling versions of blue-red, often you're going to get down to like 2 life, and opponent just needs that one card to get through, but you'll have enough interaction to make it all go away. Pretty sure this is exactly how I want to run it back. So opponents on the sweet list as well. Unfortunately for them, look at all this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 removal spells, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 roadblocks. Like, post board, we shore up a lot against creature decks. And pre-board, we're good against most other decks, I think. I feel like. We got Lightning Bolt, so that's a keep. And Snapcaster. I'll bolt. I don't need to bolt that yet. I'm okay trading for Snapcaster. I probably do need to bolt it before it can activate its ability. But I'm more scared of... Ooh, that's nice. I'm gonna lead with Sulphur Falls then, because those probably are both just getting islands. So yeah, I want to bolt it, or I want to interact with it before its activated ability goes off. But I'm more scared of basically any other their 1-drops that isn't Raven Inspector. Champion of the Parish, etc. So here, oh, that's good. Here, I'm just gonna bolt. I suppose I could wait for them to activate their ability, but I don't want any shenanigans to happen. Snapcaster Mage is... Ooh, whenever Loyal Sentry blocks a creature, destroy that creature and Loyal Sentry. Okay, that's pretty neat. They don't have any more 1-drops, so it's good for us. Or maybe they're saving them. They don't have Honor the Pure. Whoa, okay. So probably should have fetched, but hopefully that 2 life doesn't come back to haunt us. Come back to haunt us. So that I'm okay with that card. That's a bit of a bummer, but we've got Snapcaster Mage and Pia and Kieran. So I am going to get the red just because I want that Pia and Kieran action next turn. So that's 2 damage we didn't have to take. So remember that for when I lose exactly because I needed 2 more life. I'd like to cast the Snapcaster. Okay. We do get to. Yep. We're just going to target I guess it doesn't matter, but I want that card gone more, I suppose. So they gain a life, but that's okay. And we have actually a decent amount of ways to block and deal with that card. So it looks like maybe they have a way to interact, like the call for help or whatever. Brave the Elements, perhaps? Alright, so we're still going to block it, though. We're just taking 1. And Pia and Kira... Kieran? Yeah, Pia and Kieran are going to hold down the fort next turn. And opponent's out of cards as well, so that's what we like to hear. Ooh. Okay. So now we're not even really feeling like blocking those guys next turn, but no, we don't want to block those. We're good taking 2 next turn. Mainly because losing Pia and Kieran is not what we want to do if we can help it. And also because Staticaster is just really good. Oop. Honor the Pure, unfortunate. So now we can't actually get rid of the core Firewalker. So here I'm going to take 3, I suppose, and just rid ourselves of these issues now that they are issues. Game plan is blocking that Firewalker with Obstructionist next turn. Taking 3, going down to 8. We should be at 10 because of that unfortunate fetching mishap. But life goes on, hopefully. Opponent is waiting for blockers to be ordered, deciding which Thopter they want to block first. They have settled on it. It's this one. That's the one they hated the most. Opponent's still top decking, so we're good. Ooh, that's good too. So the only card we're really and truly worried about is another Honor of the Pure. So here we could counter tap, but we can just deal with it next turn with an Izzet Charm. Really want to get rid of that Firewalker. Boom, bam, bing. Haha. 'Tis I, Ambush Viper. To rid myself of annoying permanents. Ooh, Pyroclasm. So, decision time. We're going to save the Pyroclasm. Do we want to just run out Obstructionist into the champion? Yeah, I think we'll see what opponent does. We have Cryptic Command for anything scary, so it's good to hold that up. There's no reason to do it. Okay, so they didn't draw anything. So here, I think I just want to throw out the Obstructionist just to be mana efficient. This could draw us card. Nah, we'll just deal with it. Let's not get too cute. Like, it's unfortunate we can't do something else this turn, but we're in a good spot. Alright, so now we have Cryptic for the inevitable Immortal Servitude, and we can just flash in attackers for anything else. AKA, we're in Easy Street. Alright, so let's cast it. Pyroclasm obviously gets worse now that we have to play out our blockers, but it's a good reset button to have if we need it. If we need it, we're not going to mind. Ooh, so close. We're not going to mind getting rid of our own dudes. I'm basically on the counter whatever they play here. Oh yeah, definitely counter that. It's a little bit risky because now we're open to Immortal Servitude, but we have a land for Keranos. And I do believe we're going to top deck a whole lot better than them at this point. Shackles is great. So we'll be able to get anything with 3 power, which is important. Keranos is here to shut the door. So Servitude is unfortunate if they do draw it. We can reset the board and get something, get a 3-drop. And hopefully we can Obstructionist to block one of these core Firewalkers. This is a scary turn though, I will say. Opponent does still have outs though. Servitude buys a lot of timeitude. Alright, so we drew a land, which means we get to draw another card. Bit of a combo with Locust God, as you might imagine. So Logic Knot basically seals this game up. Seals it up to the point that I'm going to cast this Shackles. I'm basically just giving opponent reasons to concede here. They seem hell-bent on playing it out. I mean, they do have outs, so I don't blame them. And as it stands, we don't have an Obstructionist. Keranos might just draw us cards forever. Like, there's ways you can see us getting out, see them getting out of this game from their perspective, at least. From ours, we see how baller our hand is. I wish we had a way to deal a couple more points of damage, but this will be all right. I suppose I could, no, because I can't. If I could Lighthouse into a 4-mana burn spell, I would have done it, but yeah. So yeah, when you're an interactive deck playing against a creature-based deck, I think I've said this before, but you weather their initial storm and hope that your more powerful top end carries the day. So that was a good match, I suppose, but it didn't really show off the Stifle Ponza aspect of the deck. So I'm hoping this one does. This opening hand doesn't, but it's a good opener, so we'll keep it. We're going to lead on Flooded Strand, fetching an island if necessary. So we have a little bit of everything in this matchup. This is a pretty good opener. Can't really complain. Ooh, are we on Storm? We'll find out. Could be. Could be. Could be Storm. Could be Death Shadow. What's that good island? That good island. Looking for lands here. Squelch. Ooh, yeah, let's keep Squelch. We're going to hopefully squelch their next fetch. I'm assuming this is a fetch-heavy deck because you're leading on Polluted Delta into Steam Vents. That it signals 3 colors. It also could signal you just don't want to buy Tarns because they're expensive. No, that's unfortunate. If I knew we were drawing that, I would have bought him Squelch. But Squelch is the better get because it cycles. But Trick Bind being uncounterable actually comes up a lot. Ooh, fetch. Oh, dang. Land is great. So yeah, we are going to squelch this fetch and then slam a Blood Moon. Oh, they're hurting for lands too. This is going to be great. Interesting. So we're actually going to get both of them now. Squelch. Ooh. Has this opponent played against me in this deck before? I don't know. They're really being patient with these bad boys, though. Bolt Face, sure. So we're going to fetch. Hoping to draw a fetch. We do not. Island's fine. Okay, so from here, we can now electrolyze and hold up Squelch and Trick Bind. Squelch that one. Opponent's going to find themselves on 1 land here. And we got a Blood Moon coming down as well. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Does it feel good? It feels real good. Stifle in Modern, ladies and gentlemen. Stifle. Yep. Draw into a bolt so we can just rub-ins. Ooh, an opt, even better. So yeah, that's about peak for what you hope for in that situation. So here we're gonna get to Blood Moon and then hold up Logic Knot. No friend zone. This is the no friend zone. They're gonna have to discard too. Maybe they have a bolt. Wow. Wow. Oop. Sulfur Falls is good. What do they discard? Distortion Strike. Oh, so this is that Grixis Death Shadow aggro deck. Well, unfortunately for you, young friend, or friend, we got the lock here. So we're holding up Electrolyze, Logic Knot. Yeah. I mean, I suppose they can cast out of it because their deck is very red. But yeah, if you haven't been watching my videos, I've actually played against this deck a fair bit. Kiln, Fiend, Death Shadow, and Thing in the Ice combined to for like a kind of like Infect in that it's a win out of nowhere deck, but it's a whole lot of pump spells, and the deck wins out of nowhere basically on 1 big turn. Ooh, that's good. That's real good. What else they got? Slip through space, sure. Concede? We're doing it. And the deck has a lot of fetches too, so I'm definitely leaving in my land destruction. Well, quote unquote land destruction. And even though the deck is red based, Blood Moon's kind of good against it because we can color screw them. That's kind of the plan. The plan is to punish fetch heavy mana bases and then Blood Moon them on top of it. Explosives is good. I don't think Shackles is all that good. Harvest Pyre seems great. They do, some builds run Claim to Fame, and if they do, then this would be good, but I don't think we need to use that right now. These cards are all good. Get rid of their double striking spells, but I don't know if we're even going to bring them in. I don't think they're that good. It's probably better than Izzet Charm, though. So, 1. Lightning Bolt is only good against Kiln Fiend. So I think we want Roast and Harvest Pyre over Lightning Bolts. Energy and Explosives is good against everything. So maybe we just want to take out... Maybe we want to take out all this stuff. Cycling is always good, but I think we'll keep in 1 Electrolyze, remove the bolts. Bolt is a good alternate win condition, but I think we're just going to be able to control this one pretty well. All their threats are 2 mana. Well, all their scariest threats cost 2 mana. This looks great. We got double creature removal. They're going to be able to get their lands down, but it's okay. Usually, basically every time I have stifled an opponent out of a game, they've been very aggressive with their fetches. Okay, looks like they kept no lander. It's gonna be quick. So we're gonna get a Steam Vents with the first one, and islands from here on out. Their hand must be stacked if they kept it, though. Serum Visions. Inquisition. Yeah. So they're going to get the Blood Moon, but, I mean, Blood Moon's not all that great. They might just get Logic Knot as well. Okay, they went for the Moon. Which means if we draw a Moon, we should slam it, because they think it's good against them. Better than hard removal. Squelch! It's happening. It's happening. We're doing it. Fetch land. Ooh. Oh, you know I want to Logic Knot that, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna leave up Squelch. And it's obviously way better to save your Logic Knot for something more important. We're going to save that Steam Vents. We don't need double red. And if next turn we draw a Blood Moon, I'd rather got the 2 islands. Whoop! Let me get it. Oh, they're not letting me get it. I want it. I want it so bad. They don't know about the Squelch. They're thinking, do I wait? Maybe they don't have a Squelch. So let's play the Lighthouse. The fact that we're not going to activate it is going to be a pretty big sign to the opponent that we have Squelch or something along those lines. So yeah, they're wanting to save. So we're going to get one of those lands, not both. It's unfortunate. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So there's no real point in holding open. If we had a 1-drop, I would. There's no point in shocking ourselves there. So now we're at the point where opponent is waited very long. We've developed our mana, and now any of our big threats are going to be real good. They might even, yeah, so that's pretty big, right? Should we? I think I'm gonna. If they're light on resources, like, they might have to spend another interaction spell here, so that's actually really good if they do. So they get their lands, but they're down interaction, which means we'll be able to actually get rid of their threats. Double Dispel, that's real good. So yeah, opponent just spent resources to protect their mana base, essentially. And negate sucks to lose, but I'm very okay with this getting dispelled. So unless they have a hasty way to win the game right here, I think we're good. I'm going to roast first. Harvest Pyre is just going to get better as the game goes along, basically. Kiln Fiend, not going to cut it. Boom. So they know about Harvest Pyre and Roast, and I think they also know about Logic Knot and Cryptic Command. So the only card they don't know is Trickbind currently. But yeah, you see there, like, they had to spend counterspells on the Squelch, and that's okay for us, but I would much rather also just get their land, which is why I run more Trickbinds than I do Squelches. Squelch is still good. Honestly, Squelch is the first card that's going to get cut eventually. I think it's probably going to get... It'll be trimmed at least. Because of... because, I mean, it cycles and it's great, but I really just want the Trickbinds, to be honest, to be frank. And I think right now I'm testing how many we need to have it reliably on turn 2. That's a great card. And then we're also going to activate here. I'm okay discarding the Trickbind. Yeah, we're gonna keep search. Land, boom, boom. So we have Snapcaster Roast, we have Cryptic Command, we have Logic Knot, we have Harvest Pyre, and now we have Search, which is going to flip next turn and get us even more value. But yeah, Squelch is the safer card, but I've actually found Split Second to be very good. There's a surprising amount of activated abilities that are pretty good to interact with in Modern, like a whole lot. I thought before I put the deck together that there were more than people thought, but playing the deck even is... so they kind of have to take Snapcaster here. Playing the deck has made me realize that there's even more than I had anticipated. So they take Snapcaster. We still have access to all of our good spells. They don't take Snapcaster. We still have access to all of our good spells. So we're going to Lighthouse and Step. I think Logic Knot is the card that goes depending on what we draw. No, that's fine. Don't need lands at this point. No thank you. We'll keep that. Yep. We're going to slam it. And this should... It's not going to close the door, but the door is getting closed. And we've just upgraded our Lighthouse into an even better Lighthouse. So opponent, the only interaction they could have is a negate. And we can just Logic Knot. Yeah. Alright. So I think we have firmly controlled this game. I think the opponent still does have outs. Thoughtseize. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. I have a Harvest Pyre. It's kind of interesting. It tells me that they have Dispel, perhaps, for Cryptic. So let's get a Dispel. Opting here is fine. I'm very okay. Cast if we see something, I'll give it that. I'm very okay drawing into any of our 4 drops and just tapping out here. I don't think we can lose hastily on their. I don't think we can lose on the opponent's turn this turn. The shock. Okay, so they're looking for a spot for Death Shadow. Kiln Fiend. Don't care. We're almost at the spot where we can activate Lighthouse and Search. That's crazy. We'll take this Electrolyze. They have ways to make things unblockable, so we're just going to deal with it right now. I'm sure they have a Dispel or something. Mutagenic Growth, so let's Dispel that one. We will Dispel again, because I really just want to get rid of this. The hand's likely full of ways to make this battle hard for me to win. Battle as I mean the battle for getting rid of it. Spell Piercing is... We're just going to Dispel it again. But we want to make them expend their utilities on our turn. I will not pay 2 for Spell Pierce. Yep. Ooh, another Search. Like I said, I don't think I can lose to haste. So let's play another Search. That's just even more card. We're going to get card selection again. They drew a land. They don't have anything to play. We are in the driver's seat. Oh, maybe they do have something. Blood Moon would be pretty good here. Yes. And I will not transform it. Obstructionist is good. Let's just slam. Perhaps a concession? Nope. Of all the decks I've played against, this, okay, so they're just cycling. This Kiln Fiend deck, this build has felt the best against it. I'm cycling again. Yeah. So, that's blue-red for you. I think we're going to play 1, maybe 2 more. Yeah, I looked good to me, right? That was, you kind of got to see why I'm a big fan of Team Stifle in Modern. You can... Ooh, let's get in there. It's really great in conjunction with Blood Moon, because if you can cut off their land on turn 2 and then just slam a Blood Moon, it's such a great tempo play. Like, you don't... It sounds good thinking about it, but you don't really understand how good it is until you've seen it or experienced it. And I highly encourage you guys. These Trick Mind and Squelch aren't that expensive right now. Blood Moon obviously is. But if you've got the cards lying around, head into the queues and see for yourself. Like, ooh, okay, Blood Moon's gonna be great here, and so will right on time, Blood Moon, right on time. So ideally, they have a fetch next turn. We get it with Trick Bind, and then we just get to slam Blood Moon. Okay, they don't have a fetch, but they also don't have a discard spell. I'm going to hold on to these bolts. Should have probably played that Scalding Tarn for an island, but I'm not hurting for Cryptic Command mana right now. And that's the only card we cut off. And we also give ourselves access to Pia and Kieran. So they have plans. Chromatic Lantern. Wow, what a good response to Blood Moon. That's insane. That's insane. I can't believe that just happened. I was riding so high. We don't have any artifact removal in the main deck, so yeah, Blood Moon just got a whole lot more. Blood Moon now effectively just bones us. It's not boning us hard, but we are boned by it. This is someone who has had one too many run-ins with the Blood Moon. You gotta respect it though, right? Like, if that's the card you want to beat, go ahead and beat it. Opponent's debating over what the best card is to get. They get my threat. It's probably correct. Yeah, here we're just slamming search. Hopefully our card advantage engine gets us out of this. Not that we're really in all that much trouble, it's just our Blood Moon isn't doing near as good of a job at locking our opponent out. It does cut off their Ghost Quarters and Shambling Vents, though. Gideon? Curse of Misfortunes. Search your library for a curse card that doesn't have a name. Ah, okay. So this is a bit of a brew. I don't think I've played against a curse deck in Modern. No. Land is good. Well, yeah, we're gonna have enough stuff going on that we're gonna want to start interacting. I think I'm just gonna trick bind this one. No, we're not gonna trick bind. We're gonna let opponent get our first curse on us. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, that's kind of too bad. We could still stifle it, but that's unfortunate. I don't think this curse strategy is going to be all that good against us. It lined up well against what we had going on. Okay. And, man, Chromatic Lantern. I wonder how many lanterns they run. I think we're still going to keep Blood Moon in. Curse of Thirst. Enchant player. Curse of Thirst, yes. Okay. So what is this, like Curse Tribal? That's pretty fun. We're going to Bolt. We're going to Snapcaster. And we're going to Bolt. I suppose we're going to sacrifice our Snapcaster this first time. Squelch, yes. Squelch is really bad here. Trick Bind buys us time, I suppose, but it's not all that good either. It fills our yard for search, so maybe I should have trick bound. Well, we're definitely trick binding this. That card's insane now. So opponent appears to be just mono curses here. We have to bring an artifact removal. I think we're going to leave the Blood Moons in. I don't think we're winning this game, though. This is kind of hilarious. One good brew deserves another, though. Thinking about it. Thinking about what they want to cast. It gets our creatures, but that's not how we're going to win this game, I don't think. Especially not with Cruel Reality. So I think we're going to take 5 here. We are going to put the Obstructionist in the graveyard because we can't, it doesn't actually do anything. Activated abilities, opponent doesn't have any, they're all triggered. And we can't do, oh yeah, we'll tap that. Blue. So basically, if we don't draw something great here, we're going to lose. I don't know what great even is. Keranos, I guess. Keranos into land, into... What is this one? So we're going to be dealt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're just dead. We'll just see what we draw. Man, Blood Moon would have been so good. Waiting on opponent. Waiting for Godot. I have F6. The thing is, we don't really have a good way to deal with enchantments, especially expensive ones. Yep, that's the game. So we're definitely leaving in Blood Moon. Jace seems pretty good. Explosives, I think, is bad. Negate's good. Dispel, probably medium. Vandal Blast is good. I think the rest of these are so-so. I think we're just going to take out Squelch and run it back. Blood Moon's still good. I don't think they're running that many Chromatic Lanterns. They might. But we'll just know that around turn 3, we need to be holding up interaction, or that Artifact Destruction is good to have in the opening hand. Waiting for opponent. But yeah, this isn't... I mean, I guess Cursed Tribal could jump off, but this is not a good matchup for the deck. As long as they have Chromatic Lantern. If Blood Moon isn't good against them, then it's going to be a tough row to hoe if you're a sit back on your heels interactive deck. If we played the Delver version of this deck, which I also have, but I decided not to play, we'd have a much better shot. The idea with Delver is it's kind of more like kind of a legacy Delver deck. You land an early threat Delver, and your Delver is obviously dead to 1 mana spells, but Delver into messing with mana base, into messing with mana base, into messing more with your mana base, into other interaction is still a good strategy even in Modern. It's not quite nearly as effective. This is alright. It's not really great though, right? But Opt is good. We'll keep it. Could just be dead here to Cursed Tribal. That'd be really funny. But yeah, that deck is pretty good against exactly my deck, or a deck like mine. If we were running that blue-red Kiki list, we would have just outs, a lot more outs. But the fact that our game plan is grind, yep, Thoughtseize Resolves, means it's actually very hard for us to win once they've established their lock. I'm assuming they're just going to take the Cryptic command here. They could try to get us with Opt, but that's the low percentage line. They could get Obstructionist just to... if they take Obstructionist, I think that means they're worried about our clock rather than our interaction. If they take Opt, that just means they're trying to screw us on mana, which I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so we're not going to fetch here. I think that was the worst pick, but it might end up working out for opponent. Well, maybe not worst. I'd say it's the highest risk pick. Like, it's a viable strategy. I mean, my whole deck is based off of it. Mana Denial. Yep. They got there. I think I probably would have topped that knot anyways, though. So we'd be in the same situation. Chromatic Lantern, I get it. Pentad Prism, not that much of a burn. Island, all right. So, at this point, we're here to chew bubblegum and counter big curses, and we're all out of bubblegum. So yeah, we're gonna counter this one faster. See what it is. Each other player might copy it. Pretty good curse. Be a shame if it went to the graveyard. Goodbye, Curse of Echoes. Let's see what curse they have next turn, guys. Oh no! They have Dispel? Oh no! Okay. I didn't play around Pentad Prism. That kind of sucks. I don't think it's all that bad, though. I suppose that means we can't counter anything. Choose new targets for the copy he or she controls. Yeah. That's a bit of a big ol' misplay. The plus side is they can't counter this. They can remove it, though. It's interesting to me that they don't have... Yeah, I will 100% take a land there. Good island, hello. So we still have the Keranos line welcome to us, or open to us. Blood Moon still kind of locks them out. Not really, though. They're stopping my upkeep. I wonder why. I'll never know. I guess I could ask them, but I'm not that curious. I'm mildly curious. Medium curious. So besides not countering that Curse of Echoes when we could have, I think we're doing all right. So we're just going to cast another Obstructionist. So this appears to be a curse. I suppose, well, yeah, we'll get this one. Logic Knot's actually really good with Curse of Echoes because we can just pay 0. But I really want to beat down with my Obstructionist. And they can't, I don't believe they can copy it for X equals 1, but even if they can, we can pay for it. Wow, they can. That's crazy. So, yes. That's interesting. I would assume the copy rules would be like the card as written, but I guess it means copy the exact spell. So they get to bolt us, but whatevs. So we might be able to draw out of this just because this deck is so clunky. Keranos here is the best possible draw for us. Scalding Tarn, not horrendous, I suppose. It allows us to Electrolyze and Obstructionist. Snapcaster Mage isn't bad. So here, I'm just going to Electrolyze, undo. Fetch a land so we don't accidentally draw it. Electrolyze looking for Snapcaster Mage. I suppose we don't have enough mana. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So I guess we're just looking for Logic Knot then. Yeah, Curse of Echoes is locking us out, which kind of stinks because that's 100% my fault. Tarn. Nope. Yep. Well, maybe we can survive just long enough. We get them down to 9 here. If we draw a Stifle effect, we can stifle the first one of those. They have a path. How cool. How cool. How cool of you to have a path. Means we don't have to draw this island. Oh, okay, that's good. First good thing to happen. So yeah, we're gonna Logic Knot anything scary. It's put onto the battlefield or cast. Unfortunate. Yeah. Would like a Stifle effect, but that's not too bad. So they get our Snapcaster. Gonna attack in, that's fine. Well, we could Snap Bolt it. I think we'd rather Snap Bolt face, though. Well, we do want a Snapcaster, because we don't want to lose 5 life. Yeah, we'll Snap Bolt it, and we'll lose 3 life instead. So we're on the game plan of they can now cast their guys because we're getting rid of our Snapcaster. I guess we might take 5 here, but yeah, we're just in a rough spot. I don't think there's a way we can get out. The way out of it is to turn back time. We have to go back. If you out there have time travel technology, please use it for this very important match to make sure that I actually counter the Curse of Echoes when I mean to. It's of utmost importance. It will alter the entire course of reality as we know it if I win this game, and I'll know it was you when time stops or when something good happens in this game that you have went back in time to fix it. So we're losing 5 here, but maybe we won't because you might have fixed it. Looks like you didn't. Yeah, we're in a rough spot. Need that time travel. Really needed that time travel here. So if they just activate, we're dead. Oh, Curse of Echoes. Why? How is a 5-mana enchantment so good? This is probably my greatest shame. It's certainly my greatest shame that I've recorded so far, but not realizing there was another counter on Curse of Echoes. Yeah, we're just dead here. They got us. They got us good. So yeah, let's run it back. I don't think I want to change much. I do want to make sure I don't play. Well, no. I'm okay. I'm okay playing that guy again. If they want to rematch, they're welcome to it. I suppose for recording purposes, we shouldn't get it. So maybe we will leave. Yeah. Let's do a little whoop. We're joining it. I was going to talk about the deck for a second. Yeah, I've been pretty happy with how it's played out so far. We've only gotten to really Uber Troll someone once. This hand looks good. And I would like to Uber Troll more than we have been, which maybe means I want more Squelches. But I think 7 ways to interact with an ability on turn 2 is where we want to be. We're going to get an island with this unless we need to bolt something. Looks like we won't need to bolt something. Yeah. So this appears to be, I'm guessing, still get the island, right? Yeah. I'm guessing this is black-white Eldrazi. It could just be white Hatebears, though. We'll see. That's going to fetch an island. Let's see if it's Hatebears, this lightning bolt's going to do God's work. If it's Eldrazi, this lightning bolt is not going to do much. And I don't think Eldrazi runs Aether Vial, so yeah, it's got to be a Hatebearsy strategy, which seem to be very popular on Modern right now. Maybe my experience is atypical, but I've been running into them a lot. Aether Vial ticks up. We can also squelch and stifle Aether Vial triggers. We'll definitely... One of my favorite uses for it, besides just getting fetch lands, is squelching tectonic edges. Or if you have anything that makes, like, they're trying to use their lands to sacrifice to interact with our lands. We're going to get Thalia next turn. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's basically like... Then it's truly land destruction. So I really want to put... Is this instant or sorcery? No, it's not a creature. So, yeah, we have to put it into the graveyard. I would like it to... Ooh, Snapcaster is great. I would like to have it just to flip it. We're not going to mess around. Once it's flipped, having them both is pretty good. That's why I run 2 instead of just 1. Because they work well in conjunction with each other. I mean, this is just being able to choose what you want to draw. Choose if you want to draw something is good. As the front side. But the back side's where the money's at. Ooh. Man, I really want to draw a Stifle effect. If they activate here, I'm going to fetch. Because that likely means the old Leonin Arbiter is coming in. If they don't activate, I'm not going to fetch because they can Arbiter in response and then Ghost Quarter that land. So this is kind of a battle of land destruction decks. That's kind of cool. See who land destructs harder. See who hates lands the most. Nope. We'll be keeping that. So Tectonic Edge is going to be able to get one of our lands. Looks like they're going for it now. Oh, they're not. I'm going to fetch. I'm going to get the island. If they activate, we're going to float 2 mana. I suppose we have to control here, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, we'll pay. That card's really annoying to play against online. Just throwing that out there. You really have to be careful with your priorities. I think the reason, even if you're trying to play around it, sometimes the pay for the abilities thing is wonky with timing. Like in paper, you can be like, okay, I pay for it, and it's just gonna work. Online, you have to make sure you get your timing exactly correct. And I think this deck picks up percentage points online because Arbiter is trickier to play around or play against. So we're gonna Logic Knot anything scary. We are gonna float here as well. Predictably, they do not cast anything. So we need to be wary of Flicker Wisp and Blade Splicer for 3. Drawing a land is good. Most things are good. I will bin this Snapcaster because we are at the point of diminishing Snapcaster returns. I think here it's okay. Nah, we'll wait. Well, I suppose we should, because they'll be able to Ghost Quarter us next turn if we don't. We're going to get the Arbiter. I suppose we could hold up mana, but I really want to add the Snapcaster to the board. So if our plan is to cast Snapcaster, I think the best time to do it is right there. If our plan is just to hold up mana, we couldn't do anything, basically. Alright, so they do have Flicker Wisp, which means they're going to get our red source, and we don't get to bolt this, so that's unfortunate. So I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe the play there is just to do nothing. That feels wrong, though. So, yeah. Okay, well, actually, yeah. They have to Ghost Quarter on their end step, at least. Thankfully, we have Search for Escanta to look for lands. Blood Moon is not the worst draw if we're able to cast it. But I mean, Aether Vial is just going to allow them to cast their entire hand. So, yeah. I will block this Thraben Inspector. Because Flicker Wisping a Thraben Inspector is incremental value that I don't want to have to deal with. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but it does add up, and especially because we are playing for the end game. That is a line of play that we need to be aware of. So they're likely going to Ghost Quarter us here. We'll see, though. Okay, they don't. I think that's probably the line, though. Yes, but logic not. Land. Land. Oh, yes, we get a land. That's good. So now they're going to be able to Ghost Quarter the Search, but that's okay. They choose not to? Okay. We're definitely not doing anything. We're not under that much pressure. And because we're not under that much pressure, I probably should have... Well, I mean, we're about to be under more pressure. But I probably should have just held it up. We're going to opt on the end step. Good Snapcaster in to block. Maybe that's okay. Sure. We're not actually going to cast anything because we're just holding up 2 mana. Ambush Viper. Doing a lot of Ambush Vipering today, it feels like. So now, if they have Flicker Wisp, they might be inclined. Ooh. That's spicy. So they really want this Arbiter to be around. So, ooh. Crap. So, yeah, dang it. I meant to hold control there. So yeah, we get to hold. We don't get to pay for it. That's really sucks. That's unfortunate. So yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Like I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to, in response to being pathed, pay for 2. It was a timing thing. Here, I think we're just opting. If they want to get us here, they can. I'm okay with it. Not on that. We need interaction. Okay, so now... Oh man, we just need a land here. We're real close. I'm surprised they're not going for it. Here I think is our cryptic tap. Oh, maybe they want to Shadow Dunes that. So it's 4, so they need one more land. Yeah, tap draw. So they can Ghost Quarter and Tech Edge, taking us off of red, but we can't cast a red spell right now anyways. We're in a rough spot. I suppose I could have held open Trick Bind, but getting cracked for 5 basically ends the game. I don't know what they're holding up. They could be destroying my mana base right now. So we can Snapcast back. A grand total of nothing. We can block. Blocking is our plan currently. So maybe they're now going to do it? So Tech Edge. Resto. That kills us, so let's not have that resolve. 1. So I guess their hand is probably heavy with restos. I wonder what 3 mana. Flicker Wisp. What are we wisping here? Wisping that. Makes sense. I guess we're just going to flash into Snapcaster. So we're still taking 6. And Arbiter is really getting us here. Our land, I mean, that's not too bad for us. Our land flips. We're going to get value out of it, actually. It's actually kind of, I mean, it forces us to do something right there, but it's actually kind of better because we get to draw our top card or bin our top card if it's bad, and then it turns right back into a land. Personally, I was hoping they would wisp their Arbiter. Yeah, get him for 6. I'm assuming they have another resto, which is why they've been hesitant to use their land destruction. So I think we're losing anyways, but yes. Yes. Tarn is not the worst, if we could get it. So Obstructionist blocks 1. But yeah, we're just dead to the other one. I suppose let's see if they flash in. Let's see if they want to do anything, basically. So we get to see what this is. This is free information. I'm assuming it's resto. Yeah. So their hand was resto heavy, so we had that read at least. Yep. Time to bring in the bad boys. Interaction, I say. Jace is kind of good too. These guys are all pretty medium. I mean, they're all right, but I think we don't want to fight on an axis. They are actually they're okay. In fact, I might want Trick Bind over Blood Moon as a one-off. I suppose maybe we want Blood Moon instead. Yeah, Blood Moon shuts down more than one of their land messing. Ghost Quarter Tectonic Edges. Trick Bind only shuts down one. It does other things too, though. Like it gets Mixed Blade Splicer embarrassing. Gets rid of Resto and Flicker Wisp value. I think maybe we want it instead. Nah. We'll keep the moon. Yeah, look at all this interaction. Pew. These are... We've got good matchups. I think we have not embarrassing, maybe 50, 55, 45 matchups against decks like these. Game 1. They skyrocket game 2. And my sideboard isn't built for them explicitly. It just kind of happens that all these cards that I want for other matchups, in like 1 to 3 ratios, I get to just bring in them all in against these guys. So if you ever steal game 1, I think your win percentage for the match probably skyrockets into the 90s. Like the odds that you lose 2 post-board games when you have that much removal for decks like those is very small. So we get the steam vents here, and then yeah, we definitely want steam vents. Yajo Castle. So, well, Termite Aether Vial is their best draw. They're going to be able to save a Thalia. So that's something to look out for. Playing the Good Island first. Team Good Island, hashtag. Let's get that trending. Would like a fetch land, a lightning bolt, a mountain. Other than that, I'm not too picky. Just those guys. Search for Azcanta is good too. Azcanta, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. How about it? I just hope it's not too annoying for you guys. Ooh, kept a land light hand. Relic doesn't do much. Turns off our Snapcaster. There we go. So this turn, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might flash in Snapcaster. I think it's better as a surprise blocker, though. Sure. Relic of Progenitus, worst card in Martin. Having a tough time talking today. Most annoying card to play against, like online. The fact that you have to, it's so many clicks. You got to respond to each one. So here, because I'm going to be casting these guys, I'm going to run this out as an attacker. Thalia is unfortunate. Yep, you can get that. You certainly can get that to be flashed in against, but that's the only card I don't want to be flashed in. Ooh. Definitely run that out. So here I suppose we will attack. Thalia eats us, but the rest of their 2 drops I'm fine trading with. Okay, good. It may eat us, but then we get to rid ourselves of it 1 for 1. I'm fine 1 for 1ing when we have the better one coming up. Technically, I guess it's 2 for 1ing myself. Woo! So, let's see here. If they tick it up, I'm going to unsummon it. So that forces them to play it again. It also forces them to do whatever they're doing now, so we can Anger of the Gods it. And if it's Flicker Wisp, that's really good. Blade Splice are even better. So yeah, we're going to Anger, because it gets everything. I'm assuming they want to play it again. If I don't have a land though, they might just want to hold up Relic, in which case it's very good for us. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, it looks like they're going to hold up Relic. That's awesome. Okay, no, they're not. That would have been great if they had valued Relic over playing Aether Vial, because then that would have given us an out to draw a counterspell for the Vial. So we could play Blood Moon and then play Pyroclasm? Nah. Let's just get our anger out of the way here. So it's technically just a 2 for 2, but it's a good 2 for 2. Blade Splicer is one of their higher value threats. Attack wise, those are probably their two, like Sarah Avenger and Blade Splicer are two of their best threats. Oh, they got another one. That's unfortunate. Blood Moon, where were you? Get another island, I suppose. Well, so we could play the Blood Moon, but I think Desolate Lighthouse is too good at this point. Like, it cuts them off of double white, so they can cast Sarah Avengers, but Sarah Avengers is not something I'm too concerned about. This is the absolute wrong time for opponent to do that, because if I have Snapcaster, there's no way I'm not snapping that off right now. But I do not. So time marches on. So Tectonic Edge is going to get our Lighthouse. But we're going to get an activation out of it. We're going to activate here, because I would like to draw Bolt. Tech Edge, you know you wanna. Wow, they don't. Yeah, I don't think there's a way for them to mess with this 1 for 1. Not with Aether Vial on 2 and their lands on 3. So we will. The fact that they have Tectonic Edge, I can't imagine they're not going to get this Lighthouse. But the fact that they have Tech Edge means I think all systems are go for Blood Moon here. Yeah, we'll Blood Moon and we'll wipe away this. I guess we won't wipe away the Splicer. We're okay with that for the time being. Ooh, that's a good draw. So 1, 1, so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have enough. So yeah, we can loot and then Blood Moon. Engineered Explosives, I think, is... What's better? Pyroclasm cleans up Thalias and the like. Arbiters. Engineered Explosive gets all of those too. So let's keep E. And let's Blood Moon. So our lands are safe. They can't cast double white spells. I suppose Engineered Explosive is also a clean answer to the Golem if I want it to be. Looks like they don't have a 2-drop in hand that they want to cast, or violin. So yeah, any of our top end here is really good to draw. We got 2 2 draw steps for it. So we're running out of time. But, yep. Island. I think we're still fine. We're precariously, we're teetering over the edge here. But I think we're still good. Snapcaster. Yeah, we can force them to blow it, I guess. So they need to do it now or when I play it. So target on stack. They need to pop it. They don't pop it. People are... Oh, they have Flicker Wisp? This is a pretty big blowout if they do. So we're going to get the Blade Splicer. Because that's what they're going to be targeting with this Flicker Wisp, I assume. Opponent is waiting a while, though. Yeah, okay. So it could be another Blade Splicer, in which case this is preemptive, but I really want to get the Blade Splicer before it gets value again. Because this 3/3 is hard for me to deal with outside of blowing this explosives, and I really want to save that for other stuff. The fact that opponent is waiting so long makes me think that this is definitely a Flicker Wisp. So I'm fairly happy with this decision. I just wish it would go by a little quicker. Ooh, a path. So what are they pathing? They're pathing their own Blade Splicer. So I guess they just really want 2 white. That's fair. Though there's a whole lot of draws in our deck that are going to make them regret that. Well, maybe just 2, Keranos and whatchamacallit. Old Keranos and whatchamacallit. Locust God. Locust God especially. Yep, so there's the Flicker Wisp. So the fact that they wanted to get 2 white makes me think that they have another Sarah Avenger in hand, in which case I'm glad to be holding this. So yeah, cool. Get that relic value. Really should have just popped it. I think I could be wrong, and let me know if you disagree with me, but I think getting rid of 1 Snapcaster Mage activation is really good against a deck like this. I guess they're trying to take me off of, especially like when I have Lightning Bolt and I'm about to mess with your board. I guess they're trying to take me off of Logic Knot, but I mean at this point I can't counter anything because of Aether Vial. I don't know. I could be off base, but I think they wanted to pop that relic there. Sure, I'll get in. Well, I guess we can't attack. They ticked up to 2 though, so I don't know. Maybe they just path out of spite, which is not unheard of in the Magic community. Electrolyze is great. We're not going to cast it. We are going to attack though. So I'm assuming this is another Flicker Wisp. It's not. It's nothing. Okay. Really thought we were going to have to interact there. Resto. Interesting. So the question here is, I suppose we go for this. They're going to Flicker Wisp in, and then we'll electrolyze both. Resto's still a beating, obviously. Yeah. Let me... Interesting to see what they Flicker Wisp. Okay. I guess, what else are they going to Flicker Wisp? Ooh, that's a great draw. So opponent has 1 card in hand and a Restoration Angel. They get to bash us for 3 here. But then we have flying blockers for a few turns. If we draw a Lightning Bolt or an Electrolyze or any sort of removal spell. I suppose this also takes us off of Harvest Pyre, but they don't know we have that. We're in a good spot. I suppose, no, actually what I'm going to do, well, I don't know what I'm going to do because it's risky. They do have Flicker. How many Flicker Wisps have they played? Just 2, so they could have more. So I'm going to wait to cast this till the second main. They were just empty-handed, so I'm assuming they drew this Ghost Quarter. So whatever they have, they still have. Darn, not a good draw. So yeah, we're good. We're good losing Snapcaster. I'd very much like to deal with this Restoration Angel. We'll see if we'll be able to, though. Is it Staticaster not having flying? It just looks like it should. I think everyone thinks it should have flying, on first blush at least. So here, I don't think casting this out does anything. We could put it on 0 and it protects us from Blade Splicer, but I think we're all right. I think 2 drops are more annoying. Another Resto. So here, what can we do? Nothing. We can get rid of one of them on... No, we can't. So this is 1. Yeah, we can get rid of one of them with a combination of this ability and blocking and sniping. But then we're dead next turn. Yeah, Resto might do it for him. So block here, 1 damage. Well, I suppose we'll, yeah. So that buys us a turn. Well, not really. Choose that one. Pay 3. Sacrifice an artifact. So. Through this powerful combination of cards. Alright, let's wait for damage to get dealt. But now we need a flyer. If we have a flyer, is a Staticaster, like if we draw Obstructionist, Staticaster is going to be able to deal with this. But we're in a real tight spot. So they have Flicker Wisp, but they don't. If they have Flicker Wisp, we're pretty much dead. Okay, they're drawing into it. No Flicker Wisp. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good. So here, I can +1 to put it to a 3. I think -2ing for an answer is better, though. And these are both good. I suppose Obstructionist is better than Electrolyze, though. So here, yeah, we're going to choose this pile. The question here is, do we run out EE to protect ourselves against Blade Splicer? I think we do. Because 2 drops, it's real close. Their 2 drops are just bears. I suppose we don't do it because we can't get Obstructionist as well. So I don't think we can attack because they might have something. Looks as though they didn't. But yeah, I guess we could have attacked with one. I don't know. I think we gotta hang in the weeds. I don't think they're attacking here. Maybe. Okay. What are they attacking? They're attacking Jace, but I'd still want to protect him. Wow, we get to get rid of the resto. I guess they might have Flicker Wisp. That's the only thing that gets us here. They don't have it. Okay. Nice. That's great. So we're going to plus. And now we're definitely attack again, because if they had something, they would have went for it. All right, we might be doing it here. So as far as I'm concerned, they have one card in hand. And they would have played that land last turn, so I think that's what they drew. Cryptic Command, awesome. We're going to -2 here. Just try to end it. Unfortunately, we cannot. Is a Charm, though, I think is what we have to take over Snapcaster. I suppose Snapcaster is actually pretty good. Because then we can Snapcast back Cryptic Command, right? Yeah. And we get a land. That's pretty good. So we're in a good spot. Opponent's at 6 life. No card. Well, functionally no cards that matter in hand, apparently. This one was much tighter than it needed to be. We're going to go for the kill here. Logic Knot's good. We're going to bounce anything if they can't throw anything in. Path. Well, not that. Right? Nah, it's just Cryptic. Yep. That's it. Opponent wasted a whole lot of time too, so they might not actually be able to finish. Yep. I like where we're at. Engineered was a little bit underwhelming, and maybe we want to cut a knot for a Dispel or a Negate or something. I think we're alright though. Shackles would have been good. I forgot about Shackles. Yeah, Jace was clutch. That was real clutch. These games are tight though. Twig like a toiga. Ew, I thought this was land. This is so close. We get to Vandal Blast something, but if we don't draw land, we just lose. And there's no reason to lose like that. This one's okay. With the Scry. Turn 1 Vial, 3 games. We need interaction, though. That's not it. Okay, so we might actually end up dying here because I kept this. Arbiter's good for them. We need interaction. That first hand was so good, it's just one land. Oh, brother. Well, we're going to get to delay the game quite a bit. If they don't have a quick clock, we're going to be okay. We really need to draw something good next turn, though. Man, this stinks, because this is such a good matchup. But sometimes, you know, your deck, you don't get the draws you need. Any non-land card in the deck that costs less than 4 is a great draw. That resolves. Electrolyze, that's great. I think here we're gonna wait. Rent all sources. We'll see what happens here. Could be Thalia, so I'm just gonna go for it. So they got to sacrifice the Forge Tender. Got another land. How awesome! Yep, it is Thalia. So now we got Cryptic Commands to buy us time. So yeah, this hand's actually, we're going to be alright, because we're going to get from 4 to 5, and then we have this at 6. So if they have Path, it stinks, but anything else is fine. I'd like to draw, wow. I'd like to draw anything but fetch lands. I guess we're going to play it, though. And we might as well fetch now. Get that good island. Why not have my entire deck be good islands? Well, because then we wouldn't have a good island. I think my line here might actually be tap, bounce something to tie up their mana some more. Okay, well this is a slam dunk. We're gonna tap it on summon that. We're gonna counter it on summon. So yeah, we do take more damage this turn, but over the long haul, we're gonna be better off. Oh, I can't. Oh no, that's bad. Do I lose? Thalia always getting me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, we're close. Yeah, and Chef of Dunes will do it. Wow. That's insane. Yeah. We're not gonna make them sweat the clock. They got it. That's just unfortunate. So yeah, sometimes you get crap hands. That's really all there is to it. Let's get right back in there though. Oh, let's do a little stretch. That's magic. So I'd really like this last one to A, have a good opener. B, allow us to really mess. This isn't messing, but we have an opt, we have a scry. That's a bottom. We really need lands. Oh, this burn? I might just concede right here if it's burn. Don't shock. Don't play a Goblin Guide. Okay. It's not... It is and it isn't. It's Zoo. Land is good. I think we're good. Waiting a turn on this bolt. Blood Moon's not good. Lightning Bolt is, though. The fact that we have 2 Lightning Bolts is actually quite good, because we're going to get this guy. We're going to let Goblin Guide trigger. See if it's a land or not. It is opt. We have an opt already. We're going to shock here because if we don't draw a red source, we'd want to shock next turn anyways. And we'll just rid ourselves of 1, 2, 2. I would like to, at least. Blood Moon is out of our plans. I don't think we even want to squelch. We might, though. Sulfur Falls, that's great. We'll see. Squelching means we can't interact, but we're never going to be able to use this card. So we might as well. We're taking... It means we're taking 2, for sure. But this is a dead card. This is probably the only time we can cycle it. I suppose, yeah, if it was Trick Bind, I would save it for Reckless Bushwhacker. This ability. That's a pretty good get. Yeah, they have another one. They don't want to use it, though. Electrolyze, that's good. We don't want to shock, though, so we're not going to be using it. Yep. So, opponent knows we have Opt and Electrolyze in hand. The fact that we didn't shock there to get rid of their Goblin Guide probably keys them into us having something, but I don't think there's anything they can do about that. Shy of Mutagenic Growth. Maybe playing around Mutagenic Growth is where we want to be here. But I think we just have to rely... I think we got to be greedy. I think we got to hope this Goblin Guy gives us a non-shock land, and we can get rid of it. So we can... I think it's good to wait on the Opt. Yep, there's a land. Because if it's a land, like... We want to keep it there, and we won't be able to keep it there with Opt. Oh, wow. This is great. So yeah, we might actually end up lucking into this one, depending on how the next couple of draws turn out. Bolt Face. Another Bolt. So they probably have Boros Charm here. Another Bolt. Sure. I actually might Blood Moon here, especially if there's an island on top. We'll bottom that. It takes us off of Cryptic Command, but it cuts them off of their scariest spells. And our hand is pretty okay dealing with them slowly at this point. Burning Tree Emissary is really good against Blood Moon. We're definitely boarding out the Blood Moons. We're just kind of hoping they don't have it. They didn't have it last turn. Great Ape's fine. It's a 1/1. So yeah, Blood Moon's sneaky good against them. But it's also sneaky, well not sneaky, it's also just flat horrible against them. It turns off their Curd Apes and their, whatever that guy is. Wild in the Cattle. Or Nakatl. And Boros Charms and Tarkus Commands and turns off a whole lot. Goblin Guide, sure. We're going to Snap Bolt. Trick Bind. Wow, we really don't want to draw that. So maybe we just... Yeah, let's still Snap Bolt. I'd like to have the threat, but... I suppose we could Opt. Well, no, we can't. We have one blue. Yep. Opponent might be wanting to bolt us here. Alright. Back to square one. Unfortunately, they can keep drawing threats and we don't have anything that's really clocking them. They're at 14 health, so that's one thing. Oh, really not good in this matchup. So there are a lot of matchups that Trickbind and Squelch are great against. This aggressive matchups aren't the one. That's kind of why we have a big sideboard. Because sometimes you just need to take them out. Blood Moon doing work for a card that we're 100% sideboarding out. Maybe not 100%, but we're going down to at least one. Opt is good. Because of Blood Moon, Electrolyze actually gets rid of their entire creature suite, because none of them can have 3 toughness. But I'd rather opt here on their end step. Well, looks like we're doing it. Blood Moon is a messed up card. Even when it's bad, it's good. Ooh, Karanos. Yeah. Even though we don't have the lands, if we draw one. Obstructionist is good too. If we get to attack. Opponent, seems like opponent has a bolt here. Logic Knot's also a card we're not casting. So maybe I should have bottomed. Maybe it's a little greedy. But if we just topped a land, we'd be good. Shock? They're not going to shock. Alright, so let's do this. Obstructionist, ho! Oh, no. Do not cycle. I repeat, do not cycle. This is DEFCON 1. So we have lethal next turn if these guys survive. We're dead to 2 bolts, obviously, but we're always dead to 2 bolts. So maybe because we're dead to 2 bolts, we should wait on this Electrolyze? No, because they would have cast it. They would have cast it then, unless they're insane now. So yeah, let's end it. Blood Moon won us that one. Wow. Okay, Blood Moon's still good. This just in. Engineer Explosive seems good. Hibernation, kind of effective. Staticaster, I think a little less. They don't really have many X1s. Roast is very good. Pyroclasm is good, not very good. Harvest Pyre, Interaction is good. This is good. This is good. So these are the cards we want, and I think Jace is a little too slow, but we'll see. So we have 7 out right away. Sideboarding becomes real easy. And 2 Blood Moons. There we go. All right. Let's hope that this is the last one. These matches have run a little bit longer than I've wanted. So if they mulligan, I'm mulliganing. If they don't, I think we're keeping. Yeah, because Search is okay. Snapcaster can just chump someone if we need to. Or Ambush Viper something if we need to. And if we draw Bolt, Snapcaster will combo with that. I suppose we do have better 6s, but if there's anything you've learned from watching my videos so far, I'm a little bit averse to mulliganing. But if we draw a land, we have interaction that deals well with their deck. If we draw a bolt, we've got cards that mix with it. This is technically a mulligan to 6 because there's no way we're ever casting Locust God, and I probably should have sided it out. Whoa, going for a 2-drop. Oh, they're going for it. Turn 2, or turn 1. Sorry. So yeah, this is a line that punishes the hand I have currently. It's not so bad though. Bolt. Not bolt. This means we're probably not able to play Search. These guys are just going to be on Ambush Viper duty for the next however many. I really wish I could Snapcast in. Yep. So yeah, Pyroclasm isn't even that good. The Herb. Okay, I think Bolt here is better than Snapcaster, because it's if we draw land, having access to more Snapcasters is where we want to be. And we're going to bolt the Narnum Renegade. Bolt face. Okay. This probably means they have land. Yeah, woof. This is going to be huge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're taking. It's not good. We need Pyroclasm here. Land is okay. Land lets us deal with 2/3 of their deck or their board. Well, I guess they are empty. So if we get Pyroclasm here, we're actually just in it. I'm probably gonna. Okay, land is fine. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna go down to 4 on the fetch. We're gonna bolt, and hopefully that block is good too. We're dead to a whole lot from opponent though, like good island. If they have Tarkus command, we're just stone cold to that. Cast it here, please, so I can concede. They're making me play it. Suppose we'll get rid of the. We'll leave around the Reckless Bushwhacker because Electrolyze value. Alright. Dead to Bolt too. No, they don't have it. Whoa, would have liked to land there. Land or a Bolt, because Bolt would have let us play Search. There's no way we're winning this at 2 life, though. Opponent has 2 business cards in hand. Maybe. They didn't play land last turn. Yeah. There's the Bolt. Part of me feels like they had it. Oh, well, not a Bolt, but a Tarkus command. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so is there anything we'd rather have? I suppose we'd rather have Dispel over Locust God and 1 Search. Yeah. Do we want Negate? I think Dispel just... I don't think they have anything we want to get rid of. It isn't. It isn't an instant. So yeah, hopefully we just get a, a keepable hand. Yep, we would like to go first. Keepable, but we're mulliganing this. This does nothing. This also does nothing, but it does something of nothing. Because we can opt into something. It's really unfortunate. We have our deck is stacked to the gills with good cards for this matchup, but we're just not drawing them. Well, they don't have a turn 1 play. That's super exciting. We got to top that, even though we don't have a red source. Just got to rely on the heart of the cards that we're going to get one. Well, red source and we're in business. land and we're okay. Obstruction is blocking. The play isn't so bad. Oh, man. I can't believe we're going to lose. Herbalist into Burning Tree, into Burning Tree, into yeah. Man, that's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, this deck, this is what it does. It stumble. Well, ooh, okay, that's not so bad. But it punishes stumbling. Well, we're playing that. They didn't have it last turn. They might not have it next turn. That's really the only place where I'm at. But, man, if we can just get one red source here, I think we're going to win. But we got to get that red source. Send me your energy. I need your energy, even though you're watching this in the future. Time is a flat circle and all that. Send me your energy. Oh, this could be bad. So they drew that. Or they were saving it, I guess. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. We're not dead. Let's see what this is. Needs to be a land. Preferably steam vents or mountain. Yep. Ugh, we just didn't get there. Yeah, we're not going to concede because they could have air and we still get a turn. But, I mean, we're at 1 life. Dang. That feeling when your opponent on his, like, probably 18 or 19 land deck draws more lands than you. I mean, this hand, I think you have to keep that with a scry. Maybe you don't. But, man, does that feel bad. Yeah, the Gamma guy does it. Well, let's see if we were drawing a land. 4 lands. How's it feel? Hibernation is actually pretty crappy against them. Now that I'm thinking about it, because that just rebuys their good guys. So I wouldn't board that in next time. Is it a land? And we opted too. There's the anger. Turn and a million lands too late. Okay, well, I think that's it for today. Despite losing to the creature-based matchups, I don't think they're bad. I think they're at worst post-board 60-40 in our favor. I think maybe I want to get another land in here. 21, even with the 2 searches. Say they count for like a quarter of a land, or I don't know, some number of a land. They really only count for a land for this top end. And we need it early as well. So maybe another fetch to help with the logic knots and the searches. I think we want to cut into these squelches if we're going to make cuts. Trick Bind I really like. I think Trick Bind is good, and I'm gonna be working with this deck more. We're gonna be ironing it out. Definitely not abandoning it. And I think the first cuts we're making are with the Trick Binds. I think right off the bat we want. Oh, sorry, we have all those Flutter Strands. We'll get into the Misty. And I think if we cut 2 more, it'll probably be for Remand or something. Maybe we do want main deck Anger or Pyroclasm or something. I don't know. But I'm going to run it back, just changing a land for another Trick Bind. Squelch, I think having 6, maybe 5 is the magic number. That's a 6th of your deck. So you're likely to see 1. Maybe 7 is 1 too many. Sorry, maybe 6 is one too many. Maybe you want to see 5. But anyways, I think the numbers are good. Sideboard is good. Yeah, I'm happy with the sideboard. Maybe I'll shove Jace in the main deck. I don't know. Jace and Pia, they flip-flop with me, sideboard and main. Really just depends. But anyways, this is my blue-red Ponza / Search for Stifle in Modern. We'll see what I actually end up listing it as. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do have these cards, like, I wouldn't recommend going out and investing in them necessarily. Not until I've got a list that I'm happier with. But if you got these cards lying around, especially if you have the expensive stuff, this is a strategy. Nimble Obstructionist is pretty cheap right now. These are kind of cheap. You don't need the Blood Moons. I was playing it without Blood Moons earlier, and it was still fine. Blood Moon definitely takes it to that next level, though. But yeah, this is a strategy that I think is viable. I think we just need more testing, and I need to iron out the list. And I'll try to do that off camera, so the next time we're a little bit more solid. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. We got to go off once with the Trick Bind Land Destruction, and then we just played a whole lot of decks that it's not good against. So, that's Magic. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. Good matchups, bad matchups. I had fun, though. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys, I think we'll have a video, gonna have a video every day this week lined up, I do believe. And at least one for the weekend, too. So stick around. We got some more stuff coming out. Thanks to the people who've subscribed recently. We kind of had a new influx. And hope you guys have been enjoying it. I've been having a lot of fun, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So anyways, hope you guys had a good day, and